Hello,
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, great, feeling great.
All right. How is your morning going? You had your breakfast?
Uh, Not yet, but I had my first drink. After
Okay.
session, I will have my breakfast.
Okay, that's great. So I think we're meeting for the first time.
Yes,
Okay. So can you please give me a short introduction before we start?
sure. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Good morning. My name is Pramila Vijayaran, and I am originally from Delhi. And by profession, I'm pursuing my teaching profession. And I am in this education industry for the last 20 years. I have completed my master's in education as well as in English. And nowadays, I'm more interested in talking to other people from the various walks and trudges of life. And I call myself a warrior and a resilient woman. So, because I don't fear to fail and I have that courage to rise after every fall. This and while I am having an interaction, this gives me some like I have that knowledge of getting others cultures values and suggestions, and that empowers me a lot to gain that insight from others.
Okay.
And
All.
I'm mothers to two mothers to
Yes.
two
Obviously. Okay.
and 24 hours homemaker.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Okay. So currently you're teaching in university.
No, I'm teaching in government school up to second senior secondary, and I
Okay. You
take
are a
classes.
government employee. Oh,
Yes.
that's perfect. All right. All right. Thank you for the introduction. Should I introduce myself also?
Sure, please.
Yeah, so my name is Japneet Kaur. I'm a freelance academic writer and I'm also a language trainer. I'm connecting to you from Rajasthan. Besides that, I love to read books in my free time and I love to communicate with speakers like you. Oh, that's perfect. So, how is your English journey going, by the way?
Oh, I'm enjoying it.
Okay, that's great. So, let's begin with today's session then.
Sure.
It's very interesting. It's about advices. We have lots of people in our life who are giving us advice. Let us discuss them, okay?
Hmm.
Now, first of all, tell me what is some advice you would like to give to a housewife just like you, who is a working profession also and who is a housemaker also. So, what advice would you give to that lady?
First advice is you have all type of potential. You just have to use it. So use it judiciously. Use your time judiciously. It's better to use every single moment of your time to make yourself. It's gossip and backbiting or bickering is of no use. Give every important time, valuable moment of your time to your kids, your family, and to empower yourself or to learn something new.
Okay,
You
all
can do anything.
okay. So how are you using your time judiciously? Because right now we are having the summer vacations.
Oh, now also I have many things of to-do list for a day. To I divide my work in the form of today I'm going to organize or declutter so and so room. Today I'm going to clean that corner of my house, and after that I need to take 2 or 3 sessions, or I need to write something, listen to. Either I'm working in my kitchen, then also I will passively listening to something to consume that English content. I will listen to native speakers or some podcasts.
Okay, all right. You are
And
so
I use, yes,
organized.
that time also, like I love to cook new dishes to try my hands on. Like I am getting fascinated by nowadays, what is that fruit and vegetable. We try to make new patterns and new formations using fruit and vegetable. I'm getting involved in that.
All right. So you are learning how to garnish your dishes more, right?
Not exactly garnish. That is had different term. It's decoration, fruit, and how you decorate your platter of fruit salad and vegetable salad.
Oh, all right. So you know what? You are so organized that you are making me feel disorganized. And I am not at all like that, right?
No, no, nothing like that.
All right. But you know what? Like most of the cases, I have heard that a woman who is like a homemaker and most of the like they are working also, right? They lose their identity because sometimes they are being questioned as a mother that they are not giving enough time to their children and they are unable to manage the household properly. So you have never faced such criticism before?
No, I am an early bird and I try to get 2, 3 hours while everybody is sleeping. So it depends on my workload. I may get up at 3:30 or I may get up at 2:30 if I'm preparing for some exam. Means I don't cut corners from my daily chores or the that what so called our home duties. Beside that, I cut my sleeping hours to study or to learn something or to do any extra job I'm willing to do means.
All right. But sleep is equally important. How much time you're giving for sleep?
It depends. It depends sometimes. Like yesterday, I woke up around 3:30 in the morning because I need to organize my storeroom, and that is totally a mess. And yeah, today I woke up around 4:50. So I got that an hour, and around 5 I started cleaning or washing some. Means I tried. I love to eat the frog the first. So whatever difficult job is there, I try to complete that work in the early morning hours. So today's my task was to wash my sports shoes and my kids' bag, lunchbox bags, and school bag. I did that in the morning.
Okay, that's perfect. All right. Now tell me in that case, if you could offer one piece of an advice to someone learning English as a second language, what would it be and why?
What? Please repeat.
The question is, if you could offer one piece of advice to someone learning English as a second language, because they are having different mother tongues, right? So
Okay.
English as a second language, what advice would you give them and why? How will you like offer them from your journey of English?
See, I am very much in touch with English just from my childhood. Like it was only medium of communicating.
Okay.
But as a second language learner, I would advise first thing is be patient and be consistent. Step by step, gradually means if you are giving only 5 to 10 minutes, but daily, it will give a tremendous change in your communication or in your learning, but that will come with the passage of time. Don't skip any day with any reason. Just give 5 to 10 minutes. Try to learn something new. Try to listen. Means you can divide. It can be a big topic if I say about the steps to be followed. But one suggestion to be precise is be patient and be consistent.
Correct. Okay. Now tell me, what is your mother tongue? By the way, it's English only.
Hindi. I'm native Hindi speaker.
Okay. But like you had that environment since childhood, right? To
Yes,
speak it.
I was in boarding school from class one.
Oh, class one. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So I think half of your life you have like adjusted only because in hostel it requires a lot of adjustment and
Not
cooperation.
adjustment. We learned that what you said, how you are making your life organized, discipline, how you are making every activity getting that equal importance. That is the routine I am following till now. We used to get up around 4 in hostel. Then we had 2 hours, 2 hours morning PT or exercise or your sports. Then other than that, we were into school, and after that we need to like go for rest. We had 2 hours rest period. Then after around 5, we had our session, sports session, and coaching prep classes. So it was totally organized. We didn't have any moment to waste.
Wow, that's great. So I think all kudos, right? Kudos to that boarding school which taught you so much of discipline in your life.
Of course,
All right. So like, why didn't you put your kids to the boarding school then?
love to put them, but I'm not the sole person to make decisions. Means they are two parents, so we need to hear from them also.
All right. Nowadays, I think it's getting reduced, right? Because children, they are also getting very attached to the kind of facilities they're getting in home, and they're unable to adjust in less.
Of course, very true, very true. They are not able, like today's generation, so-called Gen Z or whatever name you can give them. They are not in state of adjusting or compromising, or they don't want to be.
Yes, that's
They
true.
don't want to work.
Mhm. Correct. So I think you know what you must have seen that they are almost on their phone most of the time.
But they means what the funda nowadays is, you have one life, enjoy your life.
Yeah. That is the
So
one which is deteriorating everything, I guess.
yes,
Okay. All right. So now tell me, for example, can we trust Google to give us advice on health and illness?
you cannot means don't solely rely on Google. Yes, you can take suggestions, but it's better to explore from other sources too. It's better to consult your physician too. It's better to have advice of elderly person who is experienced. I
Correct.
have that thing. I just don't rely on one source. I have that connection. I for means if I need some explanation regarding or some information regarding one topic, I will at least I will ask from 4 to 5 sources. Then only I'm going to take any decision or step.
Okay, that's pretty good. But you are having people, for example, if you have to ask about illness, right? Anything you had a fracture or anything. So like you will like go to a doctor directly, or will you ask one of your friends, your relatives, or anyone?
Yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to give one instance. My son, he is allergic to some spicy and fried foods,
Okay.
and sometimes he have that hives on his face and hands after eating some means that sort of food.
Mm-hmm.
So once I took him to hospital because I was not aware of what is happening. Then after 10 to 15 days treatment, after going through ultrasound and other means all sort of examination was done on his body, and then they give some sort of means he was in on medications, like he had some fatty liver and so things. uh, but after 10 to 15 days of medication, the things were normal, and I then after, when it happened next time also, that means that thing was not cured, it was just only things were submerged, or they were submissive in that moment, right? So next time I google, like I just learned that after eating what type of food he get that hives at what time. Then after observing my son, I googled about some tablets related to food allergies and what sort of food allergies should have what sort of medicines. I wrote that name, and then one of my one of my acquaintance, she is working in some reputed hospital in Delhi. I consulted her. So after consulting Google and after consulting my known person, I took that medicine, and that was effective for my kid. So I keep that medicines in my home. Whenever their need is, I can straight away give that.
All right. Yeah, I think that's the best instance describing that. Okay, consulting various. I think sometimes you know people they rely too much on one doctor only, which is not right.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
Right? Because their I think their advice or their suggestion turns out to be lopsided, and I think we should consider the other resources as well.
Of course, I have one more incident to narrate. Uh, 10 years back or 12 years back, my younger brother, he was suffering from jaundice, and he was having high level of bilirubin in his blood. Means the thing that should be 1 to 2 mg, he was having in hundreds, 200s.
Okay, so there was blood
And
clotting then.
no, no, no. He was hospitalized for 15 days, and they said he need liver transplant.
Okay.
And he was very young. He was around 21 to 22 years.
Okay.
And we were searching for liver. Uh, don- Somebody may donate, and some, like, we were looking for that. But we tried every sort of medicines or medications, whatever somebody prescribed or suggested. We completed that. One moment, my brother, he said, let me consult one homeopathic person, and he is specialist expertise in this jaundice, and he treats sports person, those who have this sort of jaundice.
Okay.
And we took him, like, after, means he was on medication for, he was in hospital for 10-15 days, and he was not recovering. So after waiting of this all medications and allopathy treatment, we took him to that person in Haryana, and that thing saved his life, and he is now all healthy, hale and hearty.
Okay. But
So
homeopathic
means,
medicine.
no, just listen, only a 10 ml of bottle of so sort of, means, remedy, whatever it was,
Mhm.
and liver transplant. Means you have drastic changes. What a liver transplant and what a 10 ml bottle can do. It was just a magical serum for us. And it saved his life and liver and everything.
Okay. So now he's having no restrictions on his food and his diet.
No, he's having, no, means he have that normal diet what we know we have. Means he don't even remember what sort of problem he was facing.
Okay, okay, all right. Because I think right now 10 or 20 years must have passed, so he must be 40 now,
Hmm.
right? So it's
No,
a
he is in his 30s, early 30s, 31 to 32.
okay, 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 all right, got it. So now you know what? It was not a homeopathic medicine, right? Because homeopathic medicines takes long. It takes around a year or
But
something.
it was not allopathic. It was sort of liquid
Ayurvedic.
oil. Maybe Ayurvedic. It can be Ayurvedic, yeah.
Okay, all right. So whatever it was a miracle sent by the God and it worked well for you, right?
Hmm.
Okay, okay, all right. Now, tell me what kind of traditional or cultural advice is given when a woman is getting married in your culture? Or what advice you got?
I got one advice, like, whatever your in-laws say, you have to follow that. And I blindly followed that, and it was foolish on my part.
Okay, currently you're staying with your in-laws.
No, I'm staying separately. Otherwise, like, I have spent 17 years with my in-laws.
All right. So then, what made you to live separately after that?
Kids' education and, like, to have proper living conditions,
Okay.
space.
All right. So earlier you were living where? If not in Delhi, then?
No, I am from Delhi, but I got married, and I am staying in Haryana now.
Acha, okay.
Daily, I
Currently,
commute to Delhi to work.
acha, okay. Already you're commuting.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, that's great. So that was one advice you followed, and you admitted that was foolish on your part.
Of course, you should have your boundaries, your limits, and that limit should not be crossed.
Correct, true.
But in, like, to save our family, or to be that obedient wife or daughter-in-law, I just kept on receiving whatever I was getting. I was just consuming all the things.
All right. But you know what I have seen, for example, there is one of my aunt. She is also like following her. I think you know what the worst part is that her husband and her mother, they both team up against her.
It happens.
That's the worst part, I think.
Yes, yes.
So in that case, it's very difficult to deal with that situation.
In that case, that lady should have iron determination.
All right.
Like, you should be there to hit anything, whatever the life throws.
Correct.
I have crossed. I have crossed that path.
All right. And you survived?
Of course, and I'm rising.
That's great. That's so. I think when I see you, I think what I remember is of phoenix rising from the ashes. That's what you are.
Hmm. Yes,
Every
But
time
I
you,
was not in ashes. Like I was working before marriage, so I was financially not dependent on them.
that's true. That's the best part. Then that is fine. Because when you're
Hmm.
financially not dependent, then that becomes a huge problem.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, all right, that's great. Now I think it was a very wonderful session. We had lots of discussion. I learned something new that okay, we can trust Google simultaneously apart from the advices of doctor, right?
And I want to see that, like, once you commented or on my some reel, then I came to know Japanese core tutor from English Yaari also liked. I think you liked my reel on Insta or something like that.
Okay, I don't remember. I don't remember.
My channel Pramila Vijayan Live, and you, I think it was reel about I'm at the school and in the school.
Something like okay, okay. Actually, yeah, I follow multiple channels, but I don't remember it at the moment. But yeah, you're right. Maybe. Okay, all right.
Two
And that's
tutors. Like I thought I never had session with them. I'm going to have session with them.
okay, all right. That's perfect. Talking about your English feedback, it's really perfect. You're having a very polite demeanor. You're very calm and
Mhm.
composed in the execution of your thoughts, and I think it's because of your childhood discipline that right now you are so much organized.
Yeah, thank you. I
The kind of confidence you are exhibiting, it shows that okay, right now you are at peace, you have organized everything and you're very happy, unlike other women who are most of the time they are regretting marrying the wrong person sometimes, or they're ranting about I don't know why, right? So comparatively you are at a very better place, so I am very sure and confident that you will install the same values in your children as well, right?
Of course, and this is all due to blessings of Almighty God. I am highly grateful to God
That is why you are here.
and my
Spirituality.
parents too. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. All right, all right. It was a very good discussion. So hope to see you again in the next session for a new one.
Oh, sure.
All
Thank
right.
you for catching up.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
your
Thank you.
suggestions.
Good day.
And please do leave a comment on this video. I will upload today only. I love to hear your comments and